Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right. In this video, I'm going to share with you something that I sincerely feel from my heart is very, very important for you. And I genuinely want you to watch this video, not just for views, not just for, oh, okay, I got some views. And this concerns how the media controls your mind, my mind, how we feel about things, and how they can manipulate and destroy a person's character, build it or break it. Okay, so I'll give you my thoughts with regards to this, and please feel free to put down your thoughts as well, because it's very important. I'm telling you from my heart, this video is important and I want you to watch it. Okay, let me just put down one thought that came to my mind before I lose it. I'm looking at my screen. Okay, fine. Now I keep getting thoughts and ideas as I'm making the video. Okay, don't mind, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, so my face looks a little puffy. And I'm drinking black espresso. See, let me show you. Black espresso, no sugar. Okay. Okay. Basic introduction. My name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in Dubai, UAE, also parts of the Middle East, that is Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman. And people also book my sessions, one-to-one or coaching or email sessions, when they want to share a problem that they can't share with anyone, or they want a unique perspective, personal problems or professional. And finally, when people are migrating to Canada, United States, Europe, Australia, and they want information that is not published online, because I have contacts and connections there, people book my services. So details are put down below. Okay, so now what is it that I want to share with you that is very important? All right. I'll give you a couple of examples. See if you can remember this. Do you remember during, this guy, Andrew Tate? Okay, I'm giving you an example. Andrew Tate. All of a sudden, he exploded online. He became very famous. And at its peak of his popularity, when they wanted to destroy him, all of a sudden, women came out to accuse him of rape. Do you remember this? That women came out and accused him of rape. He tried to force me, and there were actresses who dubbed their voices, and there were these videos. Okay. And he has been under house arrest or jailed since 1-2 years now. Okay, even though he's free, he's still stuck kind of in Romania. Have you asked yourself what happened to those females? What happens to those girls? Where are those girls? They gave that this girl, they showed this documentary, he tried to rape me, he tried to do this, tried to do that. What is their name? That's my question to you. What is their name? Where are they? What happened to them? They came from nowhere and they vanished. And they had accused Andrew Tate of rape. But it has been proved to be false. So when he was being crucified, the whole world jumped on him. And now when it's proved that this was false, nobody cares. So when they had to attack him, they all jumped. But now nobody cares. Even the media all came together. Now, I'm not in favor of Andrew Tate. I don't like Andrew Tate, especially with what he has done in his past, selling courses and all that. And if you know me, you know that I'm not a big fan of Andrew Tate. But what is right, what is wrong. And here I'm giving you the obvious. When he was accused of rape, all these women came from somewhere and now they've vanished. Okay, this is one example. Forget Andrew Tate. Donald Trump. When Donald Trump wanted to stand up for office and elections, they made all sorts of claims that he's colluding with, even when he became the president, he colluded with Russia. He manipulated the elections with the help of Russia. Um, this Stormy Daniels, the stripper. Oh, he tried to force himself on her. Oh, these women came and said he tried to rape them. What happened to all of that? With the Russia thing, it turned out to be fake. With the women who claimed to, he forced himself on them. Uh, yes, there were audio recordings where he says squeeze their bum, and this, men normally talk like boys. But then what happened? Stormy Daniels, what happened? They said he forced himself or whatever. And then later on, they found out that she tries to blackmail other men as a stripper to get money. So Donald Trump was, again, nothing happened. But when they had to attack him, all the media came together to attack him, rape and this and that, and then nothing happened. You remember when this virus was spreading across the globe, Joe Rogan, how CNN actually, when Joe Rogan got sick himself, you can search this online. When he gave a video, you change the colors, no, of the video by video editing. They made his face look gray and blue. And the medicine that he took, they said he took a horse medicine or horse deworming. Now, the funny thing is, if you do a little bit of research, this medicine that they're calling a horse deworming medicine, before COVID and before all this, it was actually being taken by people and prescribed by doctors. But after they had Fauci and all this, and they said, oh, you must wear the mask, or you must do this, must do that. By the way, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I've taken a vaccine. My wife has taken the vaccine. So I've taken booster shots, whatever. Okay, so I'm not an anti-vaxxer. So you don't need to jump on conspiracy theories. But they say Joe Rogan has finally got it and this and that, and he's pale, he's taking horse medicine and all that. And they predicted gloom and doom for him. He's not only okay, he's healthier. He and Dana White. You can Google search this. But when the media had to attack him, they said he's taking horse medicine and all this stuff. Nothing happened. Okay. Like this, there is Arnold Schwarzenegger, that bodybuilder, and he became a governor. When he stepped into politics, until then, he was clean. He was a good bodybuilder, successful actor. Minute he jumped into politics, all women came from somewhere. He tried to rape me, he tried to force me, he tried to do this, do that. Have you noticed this? Just check. And they all were proved false. Okay. Like this, I Google search a couple of people's names. From Andrew Tate, Kevin Spacey had men claiming that he raped them, that he was gay, homosexual, and he raped men and all that. And they destroyed his career. Destroyed. He was featured, he was the main actor in House of Cards. I've not seen that. They crucified him only to find out he's innocent. But will he get those years back? Okay. So we have Andrew Tate, Kevin Spacey, Conor McGregor, the mixed martial arts, Ben Affleck, who played many movies, including his movie Must Watch Argo. He was even Batman. Ben Affleck, Sylvester Stallone, Snoop Dogg, director Oliver Stone, Bill O'Reilly, very famous presenter, John Lasseter, that is the chief executive officer of Pixar, Brett Ratner, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, you know them. Okay. Now I gave you all these names. In some cases, yes, they are guilty. Okay. Like, for example, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, fine. But now here my question is, those women who are accusing these guys, these women who are accusing all these men, from Andrew Tate, Kevin Spacey, Conor McGregor, Ben Affleck, Sylvester Stallone, these women who are accusing, are they saints? Is my question to you. Are these women who are accusing these people of rape and sex, and are they saints? Okay, that's my question to you. The second question is, okay, you'll say, but rape is rape and fine. Okay, here I'm giving you my example. I was a playboy when I was in my younger days. Massive playboy. Massive in the sense for my standards. And every day I would meet 1 to 10 to 12, as many females as possible. My goal was to have a girlfriend. My goal was to have sex. My goal was to have fun. Now, this is during my younger days. I'm 46 today. I'm talking of the age of 16 onwards. Okay, now here's my question. These women who were my girlfriends or who are having sex with me or, just kissing or touching, and sometimes those days video was not there. So we used to send text messages. Video was very poor quality. So text messages and then they would come to my room. I was to stay in a bed space. They would come alone. We just have sex. And some of them had boyfriends. Some of them were engaged. And yes, there were even married women who were cheating on their husbands. I'm telling you the truth. I'm being very transparent. Now, what I'm asking you is, among all these girls who are dating me, anyone can accuse tomorrow and say, Loy forced me. Anyone can. Let's say, for example, me and that girl are busy sending texts. I love you. I love you. I want to do this with you. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to put this in my mouth. I want to put that in my. I want to put my finger there. Okay. Now just imagine for a minute. I'm giving you an example. The girl shares a text which she preserved and kept. Maybe I deleted all the text, and she says, "See, see how Lloyd spoke to me. He said he wants to finger me. He wants to do this with me, that with me." Oh, I was with my husband. He blackmailed me. Now, here's my question. If she cries and she makes a drama, don't you think my haters will support her? They say, oh, poor thing, yeah, poor thing, yeah. In fact, we live in a society where if a girl cries and she makes a drama and she says, oh, rape, the poor thing, yeah, poor thing. And if you're famous, if you're rich, if you are someone up there, they will target you even more, especially the media. On top of that, if you have a bad boy past, then you are completely, they love the content. Now, the reason I'm bringing all this up is you see Russell Brand, it's all over the news. I'm not very much a fan of his saying, I have not watched I've not watched any of his comedy stuff. I do know that he was a playboy, he was a sex addict. I also know that now he's a kind of spiritual this thing. He has changed, he has become a better man, he's a family man. But all of a sudden, I noticed, in fact, this topic was just initiated by my friend. Even though I knew all this, she told me, Loy, it's a coordinated attack. And she even told me, watch Ben Shapiro and all that. So when I just Google searched, I was surprised to see every possible UK channel, every possible American channel is talking about Russell Brand and how bad he is. He's this thing. And then when I went back in time, this very bad boy image that he had, which today they are crucifying him, once upon a time they were praising him. He was with Katy Perry, he was with so many famous celebrities, and they were championing him that he's a womanizer, championing him that he's having sex with so many, and they were praising him. They were associating themselves. In fact, Channel 4 and all these big channels, MTV, they were using him as a front man to get views and to make money on his name, on his bad boy image. And today, those very same media, with the Me Too movement and the woke, this thing, today, the very same guy who they made money out of him, now they're crucifying him. There is something really fishy. It's like all of a sudden, everyone has woken up. Oh, he raped me also. Oh, he raped you. He raped me also. See, I'll ask you a very simple thing before you say, Loy, but rape is rape, and of course, there should be something bad. I'll ask you a very simple thing. Who did you chat with yesterday? Can you remember all the people you chatted with, talked, and met? You would say, yeah, I remember some. If I say, what about last week? You'd say, yeah, I do have, and on my phone, my WhatsApp, okay. If I say last month, that also you'll have WhatsApp and Facebook, Messenger, and emails. We can go 1 month, you'll still have records. 3 months, you may not recollect. Even 1 month, you will not recollect, but you'll have records. 6 months, it'll be fuzzy, but you'll have records. Now, what about 1 year? If I ask you, who did you meet last 1 year? If I just ask you a question, can you recollect which are the girls you met, which are the guys you met, which were the porno flicks you saw, which were the naughty stuff you did? Can you recollect 1 year? No, we can't. So if you can't recollect even 1 week, if I ask you, you find it tough. 3 months, I ask you, it's tough. 6 months. Can you imagine, instead of 1 year, 3 years ago, if I ask you 3 years ago, who did you have sex with or watch porn or do not? You can't remember. It's not possible. What about 5 years? What about 10 years? Now 15 years. Now imagine these females who are coming out are saying 15 years ago, he forced himself on me. 15 years ago, he touched me here or he smooched me. Do you remember? I'm asking you, do you remember what happened 15 years ago? Can you possibly recollect? If someone asks me, Loy, you're 46, at the age of 30, which were the girls you met? I'll just have a very faint idea. Yeah, I met this girl, that girl. Maybe if the girl comes out of the woodwork and says, Loy, remember me? Most probably I will not. I'm being honest with you. And then she says, yeah, you and I had sex. And uh, I'm telling you, I get girls sometimes who tell me, you and I had sex. I'm like, okay. Unless it was passionate, unless I had a relationship for a couple of months. Okay, now, you know me as a guy who has very limited views and very limited subscribers. Now, even with all this, I still get women who throw themselves at me. I know you'll be like, man, they have very bad taste. Well, guess what? Women sometimes want something weird or they have crazy fetishes. It's not just men. Women also have crazy. Maybe they want to try a tattooed guy. Maybe they want to try, I want to see all your tattoos everywhere. I want to see there, down there, this. Women sometimes want the bad boy. Sometimes something weird, not the normal stuff. There are women like that. There are women who are tired of being decent and want to try to be indecent for once. And given the fact that I had a bad boy image, there are many women who wanted to have this, as you can put it, the taste of something weird and different. Okay. So these women, the reason why they fell for me or chased me was for my little bit of fame. I was famous with the Coca-Cola ad, TED Talks, which I give in Dubai. I was on stage. I used to DJ. Those days I had big muscles. So women, they like famous guys. They like big guys. They like strong men. Now, with my little bit of fame, I got so many women. These guys are supersonic celebrities. Millions of females, millions of men. Believe it or not, they are irrelevant in society. Nobody gives a damn. And they are ready to. I have literally spoken to not A class, not even B class, C class celebrities from movies to even, extra singers, where the mother and the daughters, both the mother and the daughters, are ready to have sex with the artist. They're just ready to meet him backstage so that they can just have a sex. For them, it's a fantasy, it's a fetish. Women are ready to do this. Even today, I'm telling you this. I have my WhatsApp groups, I have this. There are girls who open up to me, and when we start with a video, even I'm talking on paid clients, some of them even show their cleavage like this. And I'm not dumb. I'm very aware that the female's aware what she's showing. Like you put the camera like this and you're flexing and come on. So the point I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to say that all men are saints. No, men want to have their fun. But these men who want to have their fun get these girls who are ready to throw themselves at these men. So they are not evil. At the same time, these girls are not Virgin Marys and innocent. And another thing which I want to tell you is, understand what is happening. If all the media channels all of a sudden suddenly wake up, all these females who had sex 10 to 15 years ago, all of a sudden they wake up all together at the same time. Isn't there something fishy going on? You should use your common sense and understand if the entire media is targeting one person. Yes, they are doing for views. Yes, they are doing to fan the controversy. Yes. But when it becomes too explicit and too obvious, then you should sit down, sit back, and what's going on here? Like, for example, Russell Brand, until maybe a week ago or so, there was no news about him. There was nothing bad about him. Nobody came forward for rape. And even before it came, he even, it seems, on his YouTube channel or something, he said there are two big media companies who are claiming that I've done something bad, some which is stupid, but some which is very serious, and they're going to have a coordinated attack to destroy my character. And no sooner he said that, within a day or two, all these channels and all these places, they started attacking him. See, and one final thing I'll tell you. Every media has its favorite person and has the person who they hate. For example, Al Jazeera will always target India in a negative light, especially the BJP. Al Jazeera will always say the Hindu extremists, the Hindu extremist party led by, and they'll always show you extreme. Al Jazeera. You will never see Al Jazeera praise Narendra Modi for a positive, anything positive. Okay. BBC World, when India put someone on the moon, instead of highlighting and praising that accomplishment, they were busy. Oh, but you have taken loans from this country. Oh, but there are so many poor people there. Even me, I was, I have also said that, okay, the space program costs billions, but there are poor people and all that. I'm also that kind of person who likes a balanced argument. But throwing, I have appreciated India for what it has achieved. But BBC, there was no mention of anything worthwhile. Everything was an insult. CNN, it hates anything got to do with anyone who questions COVID. They crucified Joe Rogan. They crucified all the. In fact, Twitter, Facebook, all these media companies, scientists who discovered COVID or who were involved with COVID, who were against Fauci, who were against the Biden government, who were against all these vaxxers, means who are into the vaccine. They were blacklisted, they were banned. Scientists were banned from Harvard University. Twitter, you can see the Congress hearing where Twitter executives, when they're being questioned, are you a scientist? No. Do you know anything about science? No. How could you block someone from Harvard University? No, we worked with the FBI, the CIA, and they go vague. So overall, what I want to tell you through this video is, please don't be listen to the media you like, listen to the media you don't like, listen to both the sides, and then form an opinion. Like, for example, Russell Brand, I told you I'm not a big fan of his. I've hardly seen any show of his. I've just seen one or two podcasts or interviews, and I'm not a big fan of his. But I do know that he's trying to be a family man. But then when I saw the accusations of rape, and then when I check my Instagram, it's all over. Facebook, all over. Every news in the UK is only about Russell Brand and rape. I begin to think that 1 week ago, he was nowhere to be seen for years and years. Now, all of a sudden, he's a rapist. All of a sudden, he's this evil guy. And then you begin to wonder, females 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago are coming forward. And all of them are coming together. It kind of reminded me of this. Andrew Tate also, the same thing happened. Donald Trump also, same thing happened. I mean, when I asked you, who did you have sex with 10 years ago, 15 years ago? You will be like, oh, man, I don't remember. In fact, if I ask you, what did you text them? What did you chat? See, when we are sexually in the heat of the moment, we say a lot of erotic stuff. I've said a lot of erotic stuff, which if in my normal presence, it'd be, yuck, who would ever do that? But when you're sexually high, those very sexual acts which are disgusting, you say, wow, yummy, and this and that. That is how we are as human beings. All I'm trying to tell you is, if the media is giving you a certain narrative and everybody is following the same, take a step back, evaluate what is going on. It can be about, not just about rape, it can be about this country, it can be about a vaccine, it can be about a fear, or it can be this country is evil. Take a step back and just ask us, what the hell is going on, man? And if you do that, if you evaluate for and against, good and the left and right, you'll get a balanced picture, and then you'll be able to make an informed decision. My only request to you is, don't get so caught up by one single narrative, one single media company, one single political party, that everything else you are ready to throw out. It's like, supporting your religion to such an extent where anything that goes against your religion, you'll just discount. Like, I'll give you one final example. This female, Alexandria Cortez or something, AOC, she's known as. I find her the most irritating female on the planet. I can't stand her. I've tried my level best to even listen to her logic. In fact, one of the latest videos, which was some time ago, they have this law in United States where if you rob a store, steal a store, I think it's in California. If you rob below $900 or $500, below that, if you rob, fine. It's not a very serious crime. So people are, when they are stealing, they're going to luxury stores, luxury, like Burberry, Givenchy, all the big stores, like even Apple. And they'll steal, but below $500 because that's a rule. And they run away. And the police can't touch them. The rule is you can't touch them, others, you will be charged with assault and all that. It's a very crazy law. She comes on the media, her social media, and she says, oh, you can't force these people. They are just stealing bread so that they can survive. Because she's supporting the law, her political party. So whatever these people are doing, it's right. Oh, these poor refugees, oh, we have to protect them. We can't separate the children from them. In fact, just search when she is arguing with the one very senior guy, and she's saying that when you arrest a guy who is trying to enter the country illegally, you are separating him from his children. And she's trying to portray him as an evil person. He automatically slaps her on the face, not physically. He says, when you break the law and you're being arrested, you will be separated from your child because you're being arrested. You did something illegal. No. I want to know, do you separate the guy from his daughter or son? She's just interested to know why you're separating them. Man, you're arresting someone. Then he finally said, if I break the law and I'm with my child and I did something, committed a crime, the police will arrest me and separate me from my child. What are you talking? And then she she made herself look like a fool. So the point I'm trying to make here is, please don't fall for the media narrative. Because sometimes I feel if they want to take revenge, they'll simply cook up a story and try to destroy your reputation. And if they can do this with these people, they can do it with anybody. Like tomorrow, anyone, they can say 20 years ago, Loy misbehaved with me. For example, 20 years ago. Man, I don't even remember whom I met 2 years ago. What, 20 years ago? What? And then, like I told you, suppose you are having a sex chat with someone at the heat of the moment. You will say, I'll do this to you. I'll do that to you. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, this, that. And just imagine, I delete all the tweets. I delete all the chats, messages. And today I'm a changed man. And this female says, yeah, see, this is what he said. He said he'll finger me here. He'll do this. He'll do that. I was so scared. I was so worried. Oh, I was crying. But so please don't fall for all this. And these women are not innocent, especially a woman who comes to your house or allows you to come to her house. And for 10 years, she doesn't say anything. And all of a sudden, oh, when he went down on me, then I woke up and realized, oh, this is not. See, even DNA, remember this much, even DNA samples. Oh, yes, we did find your sperm here. Oh, your fluids. The DNA sample cannot assess whether you agree to have sex willingly or playfully or forcefully. You just maybe will have body fluids. Oh, yeah, see, this matches your DNA. Yeah, but you can't make out whether she invited you, forced you to do things on her, or tricked you, or was playing with you, or was enjoying. How do you know? A girl can enjoy the sex and then next day say, oh, I was forced into it. I was forced. Come on, man, grow up here. Anyway, this is what I wanted to tell you. Please use your mind and think. Don't be a sheep and take a step back or against. Look all the sides and then decide. I just hope people don't, fall victim or become these sheep where they believe like a religion, a cult, where this person can do no wrong. Or whatever you're telling me is absolutely right. Oh, these women came forward. Oh, because you don't like the guy. You say, yeah, like, I don't like Andrew Tate. I told you that. I don't agree with his pimping business. I don't agree with his courses that he offers. But when these women come forward and say, yeah, he raped me, and they come all together 10 years ago, 50 years ago, you begin to think like, where all of them? Where were you all these years? What? Suddenly you woke up? And now when they have proved that Andrew Tate is innocent for this rape, nobody is questioning where did they go? Where did they vanish? Same thing with Kevin Spacey. Google search. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Donald Trump. Where are all those women? Anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.